Kamara Drive-In. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Melvin Gordon and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Melvin Gordon. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
Run, and run it.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 6 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Single. Watch 88.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And 2 spot. Here we go. Check 43.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike 55. I'm coming.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that's off the mark, incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 39-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Throwing, Rivers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Rivers now. This is caught by Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. One play, two plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Run, set, 50, plant.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll roll him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey is one of the best centers in the league, and to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the second level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well, helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, Rivers. He's got Smith here. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 10-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
From the gun, Rivers. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Mike Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Badgley on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That's complete to Meredith. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Herbert completes this one to Meredith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, check mark. Hey, defense, let's go. Stick it up,
The 27-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Herbert, and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On the draw, it's Jackson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. On 2nd down, Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rivers throws there, complete to Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rivers throwing complete to his tight end, Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers who's up to his old tricks. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Play fake, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Now Gordon on first down. David Onyemata there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Take the edge. Take the edge.
On play action, Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rivers, and caught by Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rivers on the money, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, this is Jackson, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to find Cobbs here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Murray. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it'll bring up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Lutz good on the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start here with Jackson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run again with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Jackson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Pick up the ball.
From the 44, Rivers. It's Williams on the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop 1 pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost him.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again, Herbert. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. And he finds Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Both 7's the mic, both 7's the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now.
And now a carry here for their fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert gets it to Meredith, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Off the bootleg, Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Let's go, baby.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 4. And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. And they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
Operating from the gun. Herbert stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Herbert. That's complete to Meredith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. It's caught. Smith. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, that'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rivers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Rivers. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Rivers to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Another loss, another day.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Charles, you get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run with Jackson. 8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 22, Rivers.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for our visitors, They boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.